The original pieces?
It was the very first piece that Joan showed on air with Mary Beth Rowe 25 years ago.
Right?
And it was a recreation of a pin that her husband Edgar had given her. And I'll show you a picture of Edgar with Joan and the gardenia coming up. But it was a pin he had made. He designed it and took it to Van Cleef & Arpels, and they made the pin for him. And it was at the point in Joan's career where she had been building and building and building, and then finally she became the superstar. It was the Carson show, it was the instant overnight success, 10 years in the business, overnight success. But he gave it to her and he said, Joan, this is really symbolizing your career. You achieved the impossible. Everyone said, oh, you're too New York. Oh, you're too old. Oh, you're too Jewish. You're too this, you're too that. And you know what? She went on to become one of the icons of comedy, one of the icons of fashion and glamour, and I could go on. But that bee has been a symbol for 25 years. I love him. I think he's beautiful. I love the tone for fall. I would think this on any of your suedes or your the browns and charcoals and burgundies. It's just a beautiful, but don't be afraid to put him on some color, because he's going to handle color very well as well. I love it. He's a beauty.
Fun?
He's
it's
a beauty.
So fun.
Love the Pinecone wings.
Customer top rated.
Is that right?
So people who have received it absolutely love it. You know, when we first started to do, or really your team started to do different iterations of the bee, it would just simply be, oh, let's just
let's make it emerald.
In pave green.
Right. Let's do it in blue.
Let's try red, white, and blue.
Right.
But I love how this really shows the creativity that your team has.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And not just using a different color on the body, but retexturing
it's a new design.
It, you know?
That was, Joan was very, very much about that, because at some point you're like, okay, I like the new, what's happening, what's coming. So she found these pins delightful. She really thought, we've taken it and we've reinvented it. We've given it a little bit of a grin. We've given it a little bit of a whimsy. And it's a whole new reason. Maybe it's your seasonal bee. Maybe you wear a bee every day to kind of remind you that you too can achieve the impossible. But now fall comes and it's time for the pine cone and the pine needles. And he's a beauty. I love this pin. I'm not surprised he's top rated.
Reading some of the great reviews, a gorgeous bee pin. The enamel work is perfection. The pin is just right for the fall and holidays.
Totally true.
Because you know, you think of all
Pine
the greenery
trees,
and
Christmas
everything,
trees,
right? One of the reviews said she got a little tear in her eye when it arrived, because it was almost like getting a little gift from Joan.
How nice is
Isn't that sweet?
How nice
I love
is
that. Joan would have loved that.
I hear from a lot of ladies who have really started collecting the bees as a memory, as a wonderful way to always keep, you know, Joan in their thoughts, and as a way to remind themselves, you know what, life's going to kick you in the pants. It happens. You know, we get, you know, sort of sideswiped sometimes, but you know, we move forward. And Joan was, I think, one of the you know, the queen of that, of just bouncing back, of saying, you know, she always said, if a door slams in my face, I open another door. If that slams in my face, I'm going to build my own door. So you know, you can get through life. Life's a tough one. It does throw a lot of curves at us, but you know, we do go on, and we go on to live wonderful lives. We're all very fortunate. I love, look at that on the white.
Isn't that pretty on the ivory?
Oh my goodness.
It's just so clever. The tones of this are beautiful. It looks like champagne or cognac diamonds in there, you know, in the body.
Beautiful.
The texturing of that pine cone base.
He's beautiful.
The way the pine sprigs are on the side. He's just adorable.
And I'm glad we have him for this time of the year.
Perfect,
you know,
for this time of
to
year.
Get into the season.
Not just a cute little jean jacket, you know, if that's just your way to do fall. I love that. Well, I know David is so excited to share a brand new watch with all of you. Several years in the making. Looks right like it came off of Fifth Avenue.
It's amazing.
We'll talk about it coming up next, so don't go away.